Today I want to talk about secret shots, or more accurately, the off-menu drinks that you can order from a bartender that are actually a secret code. Now, these secret coded drinks will go by a bunch of different names depending on what region you're in, but if you're in the know, they can actually be pretty handy. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Gizmo, at least that's what they called it in my bar, and that's because it kind of sounded like a Cosmo, so it sounded legitimate. The Gizmo was just a soda water on the rocks with a lime, so it looked like you had a real alcoholic drink in your hand. I've heard that some bars add a little grenadine or cranberry juice just to add to the effect. The scenario where you would order a Gizmo is if you were feeling pressured to drink, but you weren't feeling unsafe in any way. If you're feeling unsafe, that would be a scenario where you're going to order like an Angel shot or an Angela or a Louisa, depending on where you are in the world, but that will be for a different video. The Gizmo is a shot with much lower stakes. This is like where you're out with your friends, you've been drinking a little bit, but you want to remain sober enough to drive, or you've hit a comfortable level of drunk and you just don't feel like drinking anymore. It's a way to stay part of the group, to take part in the bar atmosphere, but not have to explain to anyone why you don't feel like drinking anymore. And at the bar that I worked at, if you ordered it, it was free. It's soda water. But if they ordered it for you, they paid $2. Another secret drink that you might hear getting ordered but not know what it is the Bartender's handshake. The Bartender's handshake is typically a shot of Fernet, and usually it's Fernet Branca because that's what everyone in the world carries. But it's not the shot that's important. Ordering a Bartender's handshake is a way of going into a bar and letting the bartender know, hey, I'm in the industry. Take your time with me, you don't have to worry about me too much. If there's any discounts, I would like it to be applied to the bill, and if you have any free time and you feel like bitching about the industry, I'm all ears. And the shot doesn't actually have to be Fernet, although more than likely it will be. But it can be really whatever the bar shoots. Sometimes it'll be Irish whiskey or Jack or whatever bourbon is in the well. Sometimes it'll be an Amaro like Cynar or Montenegro. Or sometimes it'll be a fusion shot like a Ferrari or Rynar. It's essentially an easy way to go into a new bar in a new city and say, hey, I'm one of you guys. Does anyone want to be friends? If you're not a bartender, you can certainly order a bartender's handshake, but don't be surprised if we don't get to your order right away. That's part of the deal. It's saying, take your time, do what you have to do, and come back to me when you got the time. Which leads me to my last secretive bar drink that I'm going to talk about this video. Now, this shot has many names depending on where you are in the world, but when I was coming up in the industry, we called it the bar water shot. I've heard it called all kinds of names. Gorilla farts, Jersey Turnpike, the sweaty biker, the rail shot. But some of you might know it best as the bar mat shot. At the end of the night, the bartender has made a bunch of drinks on these little bar mats. And in the bottom of those bar mats are all the dregs of the drinks he's been making. Warm beer, wine, liquor, simple syrup, dish soap, sanitizing solution, it's all in there. And if you strain that into a shot glass, that's a bar water. Now, no one actually orders this unless it's for a joke or for a prank on someone's 21st birthday. And most bartenders won't make it because it's gross and also against every health code law in existence. The reason I call it a bar water shot was because when I was learning to bartend, there was this other legendary shot called the bar mat shot that I'm not sure anyone ever took. That was a shot made up of all of the dregs in the mats that the bartender was standing on. And if you ordered that, it was actually a bar bet. You were betting the bartender that you could take that shot without actually throwing up. And if you pulled that off, everything you ordered was on the house. Like I said, I don't think anyone actually ever took this shot. This is one of those stories that's in bar folklore. Not because it's too gross, but because I can't for the life of me figure out what you would have to sweeten the pot with for me to let you take this shot. Because if you can take it like a champ and not throw up, then you don't pay. But if you take the shot, fail, and throw up, not only did I have to witness that, but now I gotta help your drunk ass clean it up. There's all kinds of weird stories in bar folklore. Maybe I'll do a few more videos like this. Anyways, thank you for watching. As always, I've been your host, Dave. If you like this type of stuff, maybe like the video, subscribe to the channel. I give away more bar tidbits every week. Sorry I missed last week. I started a new bar gig and it was running me ragged. But going forward, I'm gonna be releasing content every Friday about bars and bar culture. Thanks again for watching, happy drinking, and see you next week.